In a recent letter to her College of Fine Arts students, newly appointed Howard University Dean Phylicia Rashad apologizes for defending Bill Cosby, saying, "I am sorry. I intend to earn your trust and forgiveness." Bill Cosby walking away as a free man last week after a judge overturned his 2018 conviction. Rashad, his former TV wife, quickly supporting his release by tweeting, "Finally, a terrible wrong is being righted. A miscarriage of justice is corrected." She has since taken down the tweet after major backlash and vows to engage in active listening and participate in trainings.
I personally support Ms. Rashad's right to come to her own conclusions.
While some Howard graduates like Rob Hall have no issue with her comment, many others criticize Rashad, including sexual assault survivors, for being insensitive. Rashad followed up with this tweet saying, "I fully support survivors of sexual assault coming forward."
You can't stand with survivors of sexual assault and with Bill Cosby on this one. You just can't.
This D.C. attorney represented 6 Howard University students known as Jane Does in this now settled lawsuit in 2017. They alleged the university responded poorly to sexual assault cases. She says Rashad's response sets a bad tone.
These kinds of statements have a chilling effect on people who have experienced sexual assault. Comments like this are not opposing that kind of behavior.
Despite what Rashad said, the tweet is now helping a former student's cause in supporting victims of sexual assault.
Being a survivor is really costly.
Former Howard student Nyla Burton started this Black Survivors Healing Fund last year after dozens of students shared experiences of sexual harassment and violence while attending the school. Since Rashad's tweet, close to 100 people donated.
You know, people are going to need money for therapy, and they're going to need money for whatever it is that's going to help them heal.
While she's upset with Rashad's tweet, her focus is on helping victims, which she says includes 20 survivors and 20 others on a waiting list, all former and current Howard students. Matthew Torres, WUSA 9.
In response to Phylicia Rashad's apology, Bill Cosby just released a statement saying, in part, Howard University must support one's freedom of speech, which is taught or supposed to be taught every day at that renowned law school which resides on your campus.